Bright lights in a V shape, maybe a massive ship miles wide, right over Phoenix. Hundreds, maybe thousands of people saw them on March 13th, 1997.
Look at that. There's another one.
They're lined up in a pattern.
24 years later,
I got 4 of them.
we still don't know what the Phoenix lights were.
Major sighting here.
But now a lot more people are taking them and other unidentified flying objects more seriously. Dr. Lynn Kitai watched the Phoenix lights arrive. She's one of the few people with photographs of them, and for years she stayed quiet, afraid of being branded crazy.
Now that the military and the government have actually come forward to say, yes, we are studying them. The Pentagon has been studying them.
In the last year and a half, there have been some massive bombshells in the UFO community. For starters, the U.S. government says they're real, and they were researching them.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the SA.
Like these videos from the U.S. Navy. After they were leaked, the U.S. military confirmed they were real.
One thing, Roger.
This is not a joke. This is real. Something. Even though I don't know what they are, I just want to know who they are, who's driving these things.
For years, there was this stigma. These were the people with crazy beliefs. These were conspiracy theorists. Now, it seems that they were the people who were right.
Nick Pope led the British government's version of the X-Files. He investigated UFO sightings for the Ministry of Defense in the early 90s, something the U.S. government claimed for decades it didn't do.
The official position of the United States government was, we have not had a UFO program since the end of 1969 when Project Blue Book was terminated, and nobody is interested in this. I choose my words carefully, but perhaps we were not being told the entire picture.
But in reality, a handful of military groups have been investigating UFO sightings since 2007 and may still be doing it today.
I think people's perception of UFOs has changed fundamentally, and this whole subject has come out of the fringe and into the mainstream.
That's what we need, more credible voices coming forward.
Like the Phoenix lights, tons of regular people saw them. Most had no special training. But a private pilot also reported them to the FAA that night. The pilot who reported the sighting? Actor Kurt Russell.
Tail number for that plane was Bonanza 2 Tango Sierra, and I was the pilot. No way.
He stayed silent for years, only coming forward on British TV in 2017.
We're maybe a half a mile out, and Oliver said, "Pa, what are those lights?" And I then it kind of like came out of my reverie, and I said, "I don't know what they are." I said, he said, "Are we okay here?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna call him," and I reported it.
And as recently as February, when an American Airlines pilot reported seeing something fly over his plane over New Mexico.
I hate to say this looked like a long cylindrical object. It almost looked like a cruise missile type of thing moving really fast that went right over the top of us.
American Airlines confirmed the sighting and said the FBI is investigating.
Some people can't deal with this topic. Some people don't want to. And that's okay. Everyone in their own time.
Because of all this, Kitai and other UFO believers say it's time for more people to take it seriously. They say something's up there, and they want to know what it is. William Pitts, 12 News.
People were seeing these lights that either seemed to be attached to something or had a force field in between, because when they looked up, they blocked out the stars in between the lights.
Dr. Lynn Kitai reflecting on what she saw back on March 13th, 1997. A string of lights shaped in a V hovering above the valley skies.
Going through my mind, I was thinking, who are you? What are you? Do you know that I'm here? I'd love to meet you.
For more than 2 decades now, countless explanations and claims have surfaced surrounding what she saw.
I got it on 35mm film. This is in the negative. It cannot be denied or to date, 22 years later, be explained. We're talking totally silent at rooftop level. People watched these phenomena just glide right over their heads.
Authorities have said the lights were flares used by the Air National Guard, but many still believe this was a signal from another life form.
I saw these things up close and personal. They were not flares.
The lights in the sky still a mystery to many.
Some people can't deal with this topic. Some people don't want to, and that's okay.
Lynn's mission is clear. She wants to make sure the world doesn't forget the Phoenix Lights. She even wrote a book, The Phoenix Lights, and produced an award-winning documentary of her sighting of floating orbs.
People can make up their own mind. I'm not saying what these are. People that have an experience of true paranormal experience. It's not a belief, it's a knowing. And as I tell everyone else, keep looking up.
If you'd like to watch the Phoenix Lights documentary, a special screening will take place on March 17th at the Harkin Shea Theater. In Scottsdale, Trisha Hendricks, 12 News.
Thousands of people say they saw these strange lights over Phoenix back in 1997, and every year, dozens gather around the anniversary to bring the event back to life.
There were multiple things happening in different locations throughout the state and beyond.
The light seen on March 13th, 1997 was in the shape of a V. Some say they saw crafts behind the lights, others maybe flares or a military drill.
And to this day, it cannot be explained or denied.
At this weekend's 21st anniversary event in Scottsdale, a new witness is coming forward.
He has stayed anonymous for 21 years and had a riveting experience with his family in their car as they were driving from Tucson to Phoenix, and one of these mile or larger craft was right above his car for many minutes, and he got a really good view of it.
Dr. Brad Evans will join other researchers and witnesses in watching the Phoenix Lights documentary, talking about the phenomenon afterwards.
It's an experience for anyone that comes that's not only enlightening and enriching, but it's exciting, and people come as strangers and leave connected.
Jen Wall, 12 News.
Rumors abound on what the Phoenix Lights could have been.
20 years later, there's still the wow, the wonder, and the mystery.
It's not a believing in UFOs anymore. It's a knowing.
That's coming from someone who didn't even believe in UFOs until she saw this in the sky on March 13th, 1997.
I am actually a key witness with the only 35mm photographs of these anomalous aerial phenomena that have changed my life completely.
Dr. Lynn Kitai ended up trading her stethoscope for the video camera, producing a documentary about the event that has received global attention.
The same exact phenomena over China, and I pushed my whole medical career to be with you standing here today, showing the documentary that's won over a dozen international film festival awards and the best-selling book, which is the third print. There is so much more to the story.
So many have tried to explain the lights as flares, secret government aircraft, or something to do with the Hale-Bopp comet that was supposed to make an appearance that night. All ruled out, and here we are 2 decades later.
I call them unexplained phenomena, UP and up, because they are an up. They change people forever.
In Scottsdale, Crystal Henderson, 12 News.
For your consideration, an unidentified object flying overhead. It could be a lantern, a balloon, or it could be out of this world.
Do you believe in UFOs?
I do not.
Yes, I do.
I think there's possibilities for things out there that we don't know about.
I believe in the potential that they could be out there.
The Phoenix Lights of '97. 2017 mysterious balloons launched in Queen Creek. The public may be split on the issue.
Those sightings are still a mystery.
But ask these sci-fi fans and they'll tell you, without a doubt, the truth is out there.
Thousands of people who claim to have seen this strange V-shaped object go right overhead.
Alejandro Rojas, Karen Brard, even their pup Pumpkin, believing in the existence of alien life, which is why Rojas continues to research UFO sightings, including the Phoenix Lights.
And as a former Air Force pilot, Governor Fife Symington said what he saw was not of this world. It was something beyond what mankind can create.
We are the number 6 state in the nation with the number of UFO sightings reported to MUFON.com. Rojas, speaking at this year's 28th Annual UFO Congress this September in downtown Phoenix, where people can share their thoughts.
If something or some beings are studying us, visiting us, we need to know that.
Lisa Nico, 12 News.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow Arizona's top stories and breaking news by downloading the 12 News app and subscribing to the 12 News YouTube channel.